Hi guys, I'm Gina Fit. Welcome to my channel. If it's the first time that you're joining me, I'm glad to have you here and I hope you'll find this video useful. So in today's video, I'll be talking about what you can expect if you've just been diagnosed with cancer, or if you know somebody close to you who's just been diagnosed with cancer and you just want to understand what they might be going through. Okay, so I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer in 2010. So I'm a 9-year survivor. My daughter was 2.5 years old at the time of diagnosis. And my first reaction was shock. So yeah, I thought this must be a nightmare. This can't be true. Somebody wake me up from this terrible dream, well, nightmare. And then that was immediately followed by fear. And of course, I'm a crybaby anyway. So, with something as huge as breast cancer, obviously, I just bursted out crying. And yeah, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm not going to see my daughter, go to university, graduate, and all of that stuff. And that was immediately followed by anger. I was angry. Even though looking back now, I shouldn't have been. I was angry because I thought, I've always led a fairly healthy lifestyle. I've always been a fitness fanatic. I've always gone to the gym. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I thought, why me? And I think everybody that has been diagnosed has probably had that thought, but I don't think it's a good thought to have, because cancer is a horrible disease and nobody deserves it. So the moment that I stopped thinking why me and then I started thinking differently, I think that's when my healing journey began. But anyway, that was initially, I had that thought, why me? This is not fair. This is not fair. And then of course, I couldn't sleep. So for the first 2 weeks or so, I probably only slept about 3 hours a night, because I'd just toss and turn. I'd wake up constantly, obviously because of the feeling of, anxiety, etc. So all of those feelings go through your head when you just, hear the news. And then you also have, you have to think about how you want to deal with it in terms of friends and family. Which face do you want to wear for your friends and family? And I've always been a protector. I've always felt that it was my job to make sure that everybody around me was okay, and also I was thinking about my family, so I had to be strong. I've always been very positive, but I felt like, on the one hand, I had this diagnosis and I had this thing to deal with, and then on the other hand, I had to think about how I make sure that I'm still there for my family, because they're also fearful, they're also in shock, and they don't know how to deal with it. And then you also have to think about your friends, because you have a lot. Almost everyone they'll feel awkward in terms of they don't know what to say. So you will get some inappropriate comments and questions, and it comes from, they mean well, but they just don't know how to deal with it, so they come up with these things. I'll do another video on what not to say to somebody who's dealing with cancer, actually. So yeah, you have to think about how you want to deal with it going forward, and it's very difficult because you want to be you don't want to be consumed by this disease, but at the same time, it's very difficult. And on top of that, you have hospital visits. There'll be plenty. In my case, I was stage 2, and so the cancer was very aggressive, and it had already spread to my lymph nodes on the left side. So I had this anxiety. I was like, no, we need to treat this right now. Give me whatever treatment I need. But it doesn't work like that. You have to do tests, because once it gets to the lymph nodes, especially if it gets to the lymph nodes, that's when it just starts going everywhere. So I had to do tests to make sure that it hadn't gone to my bones, it hadn't gone to any of my organs. And during, those days waiting for the tests, it's a total nightmare, because I was literally shitting bricks basically, because I thought, oh my gosh, because obviously it's harder to treat if it goes to your bones. So, and then during that time you have to still try and think about how you're going to just carry on with your life. So there are lots of emotions and thoughts and feelings, and of course the doctors, the oncologists, they overload you with all this information that just whirls around in your head, and it's very difficult. You don't know how to deal with it. So it's good to have supportive friends and family that will accept your, because there'll be bad days. No matter how positive you are, there'll be bad days and you'll feel like you want to lash out sometimes. So it's good to have friends and or family that will, just know what to say. And if you don't know what to say, just say, I'm here for you. I'll support you in any way I can. If you just want me to be here, just to hug you, if you want me to sit here in silence, I'll do that. But it's good for people around you to understand that you may or may not want to talk about it, and you're well within your rights. So in my case, from diagnosis to my first treatment, I think it was a total of 4 weeks. Actually, yes, it was a total of 4 weeks, because you have to wait for the bone tests and the blood tests and the MRI scans and all of that stuff. So yeah, those are most of the emotions that I went through, and many women who I've met and spoken to as well. So yeah, it was hard for me, especially when I thought about my family. And as I said before, my daughter was 2.5, and I was thinking, am I going to live to see her graduate and all of that stuff? And during all of that time, you still have to think about how to carry on with your life. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on, so I'll stop here for now. But I'll do more videos on this topic. So be sure to subscribe. If you have questions in the meantime, leave your questions below. I'll come back and I'll answer them. Reach out to me via Facebook, Instagram, or here, wherever you like. I'm here to answer your questions. And now I'm going to speak in Spanish. Okay, so hola a todos, bienvenidos. Si es tu primera vez aquí en mi canal, pues estoy agradecida y espero que te pueda servir este vídeo. El tema es el cáncer de mama, que en mi caso fue en 2010 y tenía una hija de 2 años y medio. Entonces, claro, yo pues como siempre he sido, voy a decir, muy activa, siempre he comido bien y esas cosas, entonces no lo esperaba, ¿no? Pero claro, nadie lo espera. Pero pues eso, yo estaba en shock y lloré mucho, porque yo pues lloro muy fácilmente, así que imagínate, ¿no? Con una enfermedad así tan grave, pues claro, normal. Y también pues tenía miedo, porque yo pensaba, Dios mío, voy a morir, no voy a ver a mi hija crecer y esas cosas. Y luego también pues tenía ansiedad, Entonces dormía muy poco. Durante las primeras semanas, yo creo que cada noche, pues apenas dormía 3 horas. Y pues también no comes bien porque con todos esos sentimientos en el estómago es muy difícil comer. ¿Y qué más? Aparte de eso, tú tienes que hacer muchas pruebas porque antes del tratamiento tienen que ver si tienes hasta dónde ha llegado el cáncer. Y en mi caso, pues gracias a Dios, llegó a los ganglios, pero nada más. Pero claro, tenía que esperar las pruebas, los resultados de las pruebas y eso. Y claro, pues mucha ansiedad. Y durante todo ese tiempo, pues por un lado tienes todo esto, ¿no? Toda la información que te dicen en el hospital y claro, mucha información. Y a la vez en el otro lado tienes que intentar de alguna manera seguir adelante, ¿no? Así que muy duro, muy duro, muy duro. Es un trauma grave, claro, un trauma. Y pues yo pues intenté ser fuerte, como siempre, positiva, porque la verdad es que no hay más opción. Bueno, hay dos opciones. O lo aceptas y decir, voy a luchar esto con todo lo que tenga, o, bueno, me rindo y voy a morir y ya está. Entonces yo elegí ser positiva, pensar en cosas positivas. Entonces lo que hice fue ver cosas así graciosas en la tele, ¿no? Comedia y eso. Y también leí libros de la positividad. El libro que leí fue El secreto. Esto no lo he dicho en inglés, fíjate. El secreto, que me ayudó mucho porque es un libro muy positivo. Y después de leer ese libro, creo que fue cuando yo empecé a luchar bien, bien. Ya me sentí más tranquila, voy a decir, ¿no? Entonces, pues eso, yo intenté seguir con mi vida normal y creo que pues solo eso, pero durante el proceso es muy difícil, hay días que dices, hay días que estás más animada y otros días que no. Y es muy importante tener a alguien a tu lado. Y siento mucho por las personas que no tengan a nadie, porque hay gente que no tiene a nadie. Cuando yo estaba con el tratamiento, por ejemplo, había una señora que no tenía absolutamente a nadie. Y eso más duro aún, más difícil aún, ¿no? Entonces, si tienes a alguien, mejor, mejor, porque es muy importante, te da fuerza. Y nada más que eso, pues hay mucho de hablar de este tema, pero aún me cuesta a veces hablar de ello, entonces creo que voy a parar aquí. Pero si tenéis cualquier pregunta, pues escribirla abajo en los comentarios y ya sabéis, me podéis encontrar en Instagram, en el Facebook o aquí, como queráis, que estoy aquí, hablaré más de este tema. Mientras tanto, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment below. Siento si he hablado demasiado, pero es que es un tema un poco así difícil de hablar y claro, las palabras se me escapan a veces. Ok, muchas gracias y mucha fuerza si estás luchando ahora pues mucho ánimo, mucho ánimo. Ya os he dicho que ya son 9 años en mi caso y estoy 100% bien, gracias a Dios, al universo, a quien sea. Estoy muy agradecida y hay esperanza. Así que sigáis luchando si estáis pasando este momento así difícil. Y muchas gracias. Y si conocéis a alguien que le pueda servir este vídeo, pues ya sabéis qué hay que hacer. Muchas gracias and I'll see you next week. Bye.